What is up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Lollyman16, and I'm here again for another Dragon Ball Super review. This review is a special review because I am reviewing episodes 109 and 110 at the same time, and this is the 1 hour special of Dragon Ball Super entitled Korezeo Zen Uchu Ichi no Kyoku Battle Son Goku vs Jiren, which English translates, "This is the ultimate battle of all the Omniverse. Son Goku versus Jiren." Guys, I just watched this episode and I had to look over it again to really get the feel of this episode, or should I say special, because it's both episodes 109 and 110 as a special. Now, I will do the full review of both the episodes at the same time, but it will most likely be uploaded to the legal streaming sites as separate episodes, 109 separately and 110 separately. But this special proved to us that when Dragon Ball Super delivers, it really delivers. And this episode is Goku versus Jiren. The whole fight happens in this episode, and man, was it spectacular. But it was different than what I thought. So let's begin, and we started off with Goku versus Ribrianne. Now, Ribrianne is still there, and Goku is fighting in his base form. He's fighting Ribrianne. He's not really trying. Ribrianne throws some heart maneuvers, some energy waves, energy attacks, made of heart, made of love, all that kind of good stuff. And Goku is easily dodging and blocking. But Goku is impressed with Ribrianne, and I know some of you guys are a little bit disappointed that Ribrianne is still in here, but you know, I do respect Ribrianne and Universe 2 for staying in it so long, after most of the fighters have been eliminated already. But surprisingly, Ribrianne does not get eliminated in this special. She's still in it, and that's probably going to play a major factor later on. But Ribrianne has another transformation as well, as we see in the earlier portions of 109 that everyone from Universe 2 gives Ribrianne power, and she essentially transforms in what's known as Super Ribrianne. It's basically her ultimate form. It's Ribrianne the form, but with wings, so now she can fly, which is giving Goku a little bit more of a harder time, but nothing that Goku can't handle. And once Goku goes blue and knocks her straight into some Kachin rocks, she stumbles upon Jiren, and Jiren is just standing there like a beast, and Goku squares off against Jiren for the fight of the century. Now, this is the fight that everyone has been waiting for. Certainly, I've been waiting for this fight. Right, it's the big one. It's Goku versus Jiren, the big fight, and it really delivered. I thought. The only criticism I would give on this fight would be that the earlier portions of the fight were a little bit dragged out in terms of dialogue, and maybe it was a little bit shorter. They could have added a little more cooler stuff, but the entirety of the special was pretty damn awesome. Now let me explain. So Goku is facing off against Jiren. He fires a big Kamehameha in his base form, and Jiren tanks it. I mean, this guy is already confirmed to be God of Destruction level, based on the Toei auto bio spoilers, right? But Jiren is even bigger and stronger than we thought, because I'll get more into that later. But Goku fires a Kamehameha. It does nothing, so he goes into Super Saiyan. And what he does here is he uses all of his forms subsequently, you know, each form at a time. And the reason why he's not going blue in the first place is because he wants to measure up his opponent. Now, this is nothing new, right? We've seen Goku do this plenty of times before. He always measures up, he always sizes up his opponents. He doesn't like to go all out from the beginning. And that's what Kuririn, that's what he explains to Shin, because Shin questions why isn't Goku using blue right off the gate. Excuse me, and Kuririn says that he wants to test himself and his opponents first. So Goku, he is fighting him in Super Saiyan. He goes to Super Saiyan 2, delivers a big kick to the side of Jiren's head. It does nothing. So Goku rocks him with some shots, but it's not doing anything. Goku goes into his God form. He skips Super Saiyan 3 because of stuff that's already discussed. Again, Super Saiyan 3 is a big stamina drainer, so he doesn't use that form much anymore. So he goes into God form, and Jiren just blocks the God form with one finger. Yeah, that's right, guys. He literally just blocks this thing with one finger. I mean, this thing. This guy is no joke, guys. So Goku is fighting him in his God form. It still does nothing. So what Goku does is he goes from God to base, and then he powers up for what seemingly is blue. But we cut to commercial break, and then we come back. Goku powers up to blue, and we have this awesome transformation sequence, which I really enjoyed. It's this transformation sequence where Goku powers up into blue, but he does it in the Resurrection F movie style, where it is the 360 spin and unraveling the form that way. Again, pretty cool stuff here. Goku is preparing to fight Jiren in blue. He kind of walks towards him, and he does this measuring up thing, and it's remind me a lot of the Gohan versus Buu fight, when Ultimate Gohan sized up against Buu. And as expected, Jiren is taller than Goku, so it's going to be pretty interesting. So Goku starts hamming him with some big shots in blue. Jiren is tanking them easy. Jiren's attack strategy and his moveset are very interesting, because it seems like Jiren likes wrestling moves, because he grabs Goku a lot by the feet and his legs and starts throwing him around like a rag doll. Yeah, that's how much of a beast this guy is. I mean, if Jiren can throw you, if Jiren can throw a Super Saiyan Blue being around easily, then that's gotta tell you something. So Jiren is still a beast, but Goku is also very powerful, because I believe it's the Kaioshin of Universe 11, and he talks to Vermouth, the God of Destruction of Universe 11, Belmod, Berumodo in Japanese, and he's telling everyone, and especially Belmod, that if Goku cannot beat Jiren, then nobody can, because Goku is just that darn good. So Goku and Jiren keep fighting, and I must mention, before I get too much ahead of myself, Jiren is attacking Goku in the first place because Belmod told him to. So it's interesting to see Jiren's personality. You know, he doesn't really like to fight. I mean, he does, I guess, but he's not really that type of guy who wants to really go at it hard and quick. I mean, Hit is an assassin, but his personality, when he shows his true colors, is he likes martial arts. I can't really say the same thing about Jiren, and that's what makes Jiren's character just so alpha and so interesting. But anyway, let's go back to the fight. So Goku is fighting Jiren. Goku powers up into Kaioken. It's still doing nothing because Goku tries to throw a big kick, but Jiren seemingly dodges it and comes back to Goku with some powerful shots, knocking Goku around, and eventually Goku is tired out. And this is a very awesome scene where Jiren is so badass that he literally puts his foot onto Goku's back and stomps him into the ground. It's kind of like the Seth Rollins curb stomp, if you guys remember, if any of you guys are WWE, World Wrestling Federation entertainment fans, right? It kind of reminds me of that. And Goku is, he's pretty much knocked out. Jiren says it's over. He blasts Goku with a big powerhouse of a ki blast. Goku gets sent flying, and he's basically out for the count. But not quite, because Goku gets up, and he tells Jiren that he's going to unleash his most powerful attack, Saigyo no Kogeki. So he jumps on some rubble from the Kachi Kachin, and he starts to form the Genki Dama with the Spirit Bomb. Again, this is pretty expected stuff. So all of Universe 7, including Frieza, which I found was interesting, all of Universe 7 gives Goku their energy, and Goku forms the Spirit Bomb. Now let's go to Frieza for a minute. So the only reason why Frieza is giving Goku his energy, because he does remember this move. It's stated in the episode he does remember the Spirit Bomb. But Frieza is giving Goku his energy because he's very interested to see how this is going to play out. That's really my only guess. I don't know why. To be honest, Frieza is giving Goku his energy, but whatever. It's cool. Goku gets all the power from Universe 7, including Androids 17 and 18. Like I said, this is nothing that new, right? 17 and 18 do have ki. They have ki. They're just androids, so they you can't sense their ki, but they do have ki, and we've seen this before in the Buu arc, so that doesn't really surprise me anyway. So Goku forms a spirit bomb and throws it at Jiren, but it's to no avail because Jiren blocks it with literally one hand. That's right, guys. Jiren blocks the Genki Dama with one hand. It does absolutely nothing. Goku powers up into Blue and Kaioken. Subsequently, Kaioken times 10, and then he exclaims Kaioken Nijubaida, or times 20 in the translation. And Jiren is still tanking it, albeit he is breathing a little heavy now, and he's actually, well, he's having to push himself to hold back all the power of Goku. Now, I want to quickly address Goku forming the Spirit Bomb, and this is something very interesting I didn't think they would address, and that is Goku is forming the Spirit Bomb in his base form, and Tien Shinhan, I believe, asks Krillin about this, and Krillin tells Tien Shinhan that Goku cannot form the Spirit Bomb as a Super Saiyan. Now, I don't know why he would say this. Maybe it's because forming the Spirit Bomb requires all of your energy, and it requires a big amount of focus. So that's probably why he's not doing it in his Super Saiyan form. And that kind of makes sense, you know. It requires all the focus to gather all the energy around you, not just, you know, this raw Super Saiyan power. So that makes sense. So back to the struggle between the Spirit Bomb, Jiren, and Goku. This Spirit Bomb thing is dragged out for quite a while. In fact, I believe it's dragged on into the next episode, episode 110. We do not get a title card for 110, but we do get some more action, and Goku is still struggling, but eventually he gets overpowered, and this huge flash of light happens, big explosion everywhere, and this is very interesting. This is probably the most interesting part of the episode, I thought. Overall, I think so far the pacing has been okay. It could have been maybe sped up a little bit because there was some dialogue heavy stuff in here, but it's pretty essential, so I'll say it's a good part on Toei to address these things. Now, Goku is completely decimated. The Spirit Bomb explodes, but before it does that, it condenses into this black hole type of ki, and it reminds me a lot of the Omega Shenron fight when the Omega Shenron's negative karma ball, or I forget what it's called in Japanese, but the negative karma ball condenses, and then subsequently Goku kicks it away. It kind of reminds me of that. The energy of the Genki Dama explodes in Goku's face, but it triggers something in Goku. Now, this is very interesting because it is not actually a absorbing of the Spirit Bomb that is his new transformation, because Whis says that doing that would not be enough. Simply absorbing the Genki Dama would not be enough to defeat Jiren, and it is something completely different. It's actually kind of a trigger, right? But we don't know what it is specifically yet. But Whis does think that this new thing that happened to Goku is what he thinks it is. And let me explain. So, the Spirit Bomb explodes, right? And then we get this huge flash of light. A lot of rocks being spewed everywhere. We get the original Sumitomo Battle of Gods music, the Birth of the God one that played in the Battle of Gods arc, right? When Goku transformed into a Super Saiyan God. And Goku reveals his new transformation in just incredible glory. I think this might be one of the best sequences in Super, if not overall in the Dragon Ball franchise, along with Goku vs. Hit, Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 2, all that good stuff, and of course Vegeta's self-atonement, that kind of good stuff. And Goku has a new transformation, but it's not really a transformation. And let me explain what I just said earlier about Whis thinking that it's what he expects. So let me explain this whole thing. So Goku's new form, right? He reveals his new form. He's in base. He looks like he's in base form. He has blue and purplish aura, but he has sparkles of the Super Saiyan God, the original red one, and he has silver eyes. Now this form is called let's see, it's Matanoi no Gokui, if I said that right. It is mastery of self-movement. I'm very glad that this is not a Super Saiyan transformation. It's no Omni Super Saiyan, or it's no Limit Breaker Super Saiyan. No, no, no. This form is called mastery of self-movement. And with this transformation, Goku can literally, sense everyone in the arena. Because what happens here is Goku, he comes out of this transformation, and he flies what apparently is flying. He flies over to Jiren so fast, that Toppo and Dispo both couldn't even see it. So Goku's speed in this form is like comparable. Well, I mean, it's basically faster than Dispo, so it's faster than the speed of light. Obviously, it's probably even comparable to Beerus at this point. So Goku goes at Jiren, and we get this incredible animation. We have some Tate scenes of Toppo and Dispo. Toppo is using Justice Flash, and Dispo is using his incredible speed, but it's to no avail because Goku literally can, like, he can catch their fists and throw them easily. Like, he's so badass in this new form that, I mean, he can, it's literally like, you have to see the episode for yourself. It's literally like Goku is, it's basically like he has hockey at this point, if you guys know One Piece. It's like he has perfect observation hockey, where he could see every movement. And this is what Whis has been telling Goku since the beginning of the Resurrection F arc. Remember that? When Whis said to Goku to use your body parts to be able to think for themselves, and for you not to have to think to move your limbs so that they will move independently. I think that's the thing that's what's happening here. And so you get this fight sequence with Goku and Jiren, but we don't actually get the Limit Breaker X Survivor song that everyone predicted. We get some other jingle. It's another rock song. It's incredibly awesome. We have some lyrics in it. I don't know what it is yet, but I will let you guys, I'll let you know that in further videos what that song is. But we get some awesome, just amazing fight choreography, right? Goku and Jiren are going at it with blow to blow. I see these really quick hands movements. We see some Shida animation of Goku. What he does here is he bounces himself off of the time pillar, off the stage arena, and he charges at Jiren with full power. He hits him right smack on Jiren. It's basically a full power blow, but Jiren catches it with his hand. Guys, Jiren is so powerful to the point where Goku, I mean, it's doing nothing to him. Like, Jiren, he just catches Goku's fist, and Goku is literally out of power and is out of commission. And then in comes along Hit with an attack. So next week it's going to be Hit versus Jiren. I'm really excited for that fight as well. But we end the special off with Frieza, and he's coming over to Goku, who is badly damaged and he's out of power. And Frieza is seemingly going to attack Goku with the finger beam. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't know why Frieza has these kinds of motives. Maybe this is his plan all along, to get rid of Goku and then, you know, subsequently maybe get rid of Jiren or something. I don't know. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. Overall, I thought this special was amazing. Nothing less than incredible. The only complaint I would maybe have is some of the questionable dialogue and maybe some of the questionable scenes of personality, motive. And I found it very interesting too that Goku doesn't actually talk in this new form. He only talks after the transformation wears out. And whenever he screams, they have this really cool sound effect that reminds me a lot of the Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan God kind of sound effect, where Goku would scream and then there would be it almost sounds like a Ozaru, right, in sync yelling with Goku. So I think that was pretty cool stuff. I heard it in the dub as well, when Goku is fighting Beerus in God form in the dub. So I don't know, if that signifies anything, but it's cool nonetheless, and I definitely enjoyed this special. Let me know your comments in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about this special? What did you like? What did you didn't like? Overall, excellent. The music was very interesting. Sumitomo brought some new soundtracks in, and I'm very happy that it's not too predictable. Like there was things that were not predictable at all, especially with Goku's new form, because it's not actually a transformation where he absorbs the Genki Dama. It's using the Genki Dama, but the Genki Dama, it triggers the transformation out of Goku. So I'm wondering where that's going to go. I will give you guys more of that later. I'll probably make a separate video on the whole transformation, mastery of self movement itself. Overall, very cool. I'm very pleased with the name, and I can't wait for Hit versus Jiren. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you all for watching. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.